Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Edwards again on second down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Steps away. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Here's Jackson to throw. Out to his left. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. On 3rd and 1, Jackson checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A swing pass here to Edwards. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. On second and goal, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards there to make the grab. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
That's caught by Waller out left side. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Carr completes it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. play fake. Carr. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Carr going to go on 4th down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Rolling to his left. And this is caught by Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson now. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Carr. Man open. Here is Jones. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On play action. Now Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, a 22. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Jacobs, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in from a yard out. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Carlson on for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Ravens 10. Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Here's Jackson on the move to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson being chased out left. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A gain of 15. And the Raider first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Ravens 10. Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Jackson's throw taken in by Watkins here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this one will be returned to right around the